Really appreciate everyone coming through. It is Wednesday, the 25th of August. Wednesday, the 25th of August. It is the prodigious, the prominence professor at PNG. Thank you all for coming through today. I'll come with my parliamentarian or authoritarian Christianity ways today. I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful week. It's Proclamation news and Gatherence with the prodigious, the prominent Professor Johnson at PNG. I'm overwhelmed that you guys come and support me on a day-to-day basis. Hopefully, I'm actually building a bigger, better audience. That's the main aim of me coming on day in, day out, working hard. I always work hard when I come live. I want to give my little speech before I head into a tantrum. I do head up on a bit of a tantrum today. There's 10 commandments. We all have to go by 10 commandments if you're a Christian, or you could be Quran, Jewish, Hindu, whatever you're baptized as. I don't know what you're given at birth. Talking about the spiritual world, spirits that we follow, the culture that we come from. Get given 10 commandments. It's the basics of law. It's the basics of law. 10 commandments in Christianity. You shall have no other God before me. You shall make into thee any graven image. You shall not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy. Honor your father and your mother. You shall not kill. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbour. You shall not covet. You should never lie. You should never be deceitful and never be dishonest. But one of these commandments, don't commit adultery. I mean, even when you're separated, technically, it's adultery. But at the same time, you've got to look after your health. I made a vague thing of doing this. I made myself ill. I got sent into hospital. We all, adults. We need adults, even young adults, teenagers. They get married at a young age, can't they? But they need to know it's okay not to be okay. They need to know they've got to look after their health. But don't go looking to have an affair, because that is an adultery. Absolutely, most definitely. Here's my 10 commandments to show. I've theoretically lived by that. I've never stolen. Definitely haven't killed anyone. And there are no gods before him. I've always looked up to the one, the Most High. Absolutely. I've been in and out of church all my life. I'm not in church every single Sunday my whole life because I think life chances, i.e. being in university and other stuff. But it's always authoritarian. A law-abiding citizen, such as you, such as I. We try and live the best, safest life as we can. We know when we sin, we know what we need to do to make change. I talk about it day in, day out. Live that life of purity. Live that life purely of the ascetics of life, living the highs and lows. I know in church ceremony they give out wine and bread. Wine, the blood of Christ that he shed for us upon the cross, and bread, the body of Christ. But let me tell you, I don't take the wine unless it's artificial. It's not actually alcoholic. I don't drink. Zero alcoholism, zero narcotics. That's my perception of life. Not because I'm scared I might enjoy it. It's just I don't. If I don't like something, I'm not going to drink it. Simple as that. No need. Anyway, before we enter UK roads, think safety, think first. Do not enter your vehicle under sleep deprivation, under the influence of narcotics, alcoholism. Make sure you and passengers have seatbelt safety belts adjacent to the car seat, and babies have seatbelts adapters adjacent to the car seat, and their seats are tightened up. belted in. Absolutely. Check centre mirror, wing mirror before turning, acting in safe, sufficient choice. Make sure motorcyclists and cars not overtaking. Also, please do check. Hang on a sec. Our site. Also, please check for further police instruction, road safety signs. If police has his hand out to slow down or stop, it might mean stop immediately. You need to check your car. It's not MOT, taxed or insured. We might not have driving license. You're not fit for purpose. You need to pull over for a reason. Check your MOT is updated. Check your PSI limits. Engine oil, water coolant tank. Make sure they're topped up to maximum level. Looking at some car incidents today inside Essex. This is my 10 commandments, if not more. I didn't count, but I'm just getting the top of my head. About 10 commandments of the road users. Simple things make simple change in life. Could stop an incident. A133, slow traffic on A133 Colchester Road, eastbound at Great Bentley turnoff. This is reported at 10:42 a.m. today. That's near Clacton, in between Clacton Sea and Colchester, Great Bentley turnoff. You know what I mean? Yeah, just after Wheeling. A133, slow traffic in construction area on A133 St Andrews Avenue, eastbound at Waitrose. In the construction area, lane closures are in place. Reported at 9:20 this morning. Another one in Colchester. A120, slow traffic construction area, Cogshaw Road, both ways near Garden Centre. A120. Reports suggest there are roadworks in the area, in construction area. Reported at 8 p.m. Southend-on-Sea. A127, slow traffic construction on A127 Prince Avenue both ways at Watchford Road. The Bell traffic lights in construction and lane closures in place. 8:29. If you do want to give us some encouragement, I'm trying to make a safety for the procurement throughout the UK roads, supporting Grant Shapps, Will Quince, all the other MPs. Grant Shapps is a transport secretary. Will Quince is the MP of my constituent, absolute honourable gentleman, doing a great job in hand. We've got Priti Patel and Whitton, not so far away. We've got Mr. Watling in Clacton-on-Sea. So, I'm always trying to support our Conservative MPs and hopefully soon gain a seat for my hard works. And I hope you guys will understand, theoretically speaking, I'm not just thinking about myself, I'm thinking about the safety of everyone commuting to wherever they need to go, A to B, to their family's house. Even their parents, aunties, uncles, brother, sister, you're all, unless you're under the influence of alcohol or narcotics, but you all are innocent people on the road, even crossing the road. You can have these juveniles driving on the road under the influence of alcohol and narcotics and run you over. So I'm trying to think safety, the procurement of the whole of the UK, and not being selfish here, because I don't drive. I shouldn't have to worry, but I do. I worried before I even started my academics. I was doing this a long time ago. A4, traffic signal failure, approach with care. Traffic signal failure on A4, Great West Road at Sutton Lane North, approach with care. At 4:15 p.m. If you do want to give me some encouragement, you do want to support the show, I think on my Twitter page there is a donation button. If you want to donate, you don't have to donate. I'm not asking you to donate, but if you feel the need, you think actually he's trying to do a good thing for society, I'll give him a little bit of buy him a cup of coffee down the road, chuck a couple of quid in the bin. I'm overwhelmed. You don't have to, just saying, but it's there if you want to. Road blocked, accident, slow traffic, detour in operation. Road blocked and slow traffic due to accident on B455 Ruislip Road, both ways between Greenway Gardens and Eastmead Avenue. Detour in operation. 6 bus services are currently on diversion as a result. 9:28 p.m. this morning. South London, Croydon, A2043, partially blocked accident. Traffic is open well. Partially blocked due to accident A2043. Kingston Road near the railway bridge. Traffic is open well. 11:14 a.m. was first reported. I'll give a shout out to my sponsors. I just want to say I'm overwhelmed with the people, the support I get day in, day out. Oh yeah, there is a donation button there. Like I say, you don't have to donate for the cause, but it does get streamed out to in a week, over 2,000 people. I'm on Castbox, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on LinkedIn, and I'm on YouTube. So this message gets spread, quite broadly across the democracy. Absolutely. So hoping to get the message out to you for today, especially in criminology. Cowards carry weapons. Absolutely. I don't want offenders, reoffenders, acting in an uncivil way, inhumane society. They are, but it happens. Let's talk about the. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors as we're moving on. Also on my Facebook page, which is Proclamation Johnson. I'm trying to raise money for Great Ormond Street Hospital because I know two of my sons have definitely been to Great Ormond Street, but maybe four. But they do a magnificent job for families. The money donated could be for the help for parents to visit their children in hospital. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it, but it's a fundraising thing set up by Great Ormond Street on itself on Facebook. You get a thing come up when it comes near your birthday. What charity would you like to raise money for near your birthday? I've raised £5 out of 150 so far. Can we get that 150? I'm not asking you to chuck 100 quid in, but even I think the smallest amount you can put in is £5. I've done £5 this morning, and I'll be doing more if I get any more sales within my art and stuff. With my artwork, I'm selling my artwork at £50 in a photo frame, and £20 of that is going to charity as well. Like I say, I'm not a selfish person. I'm not one into making money. I'm covering the materials and the hard work and integrity. I'm earning £30. And £20 is going to charity, which you'll see on my page, the charity thing going up. Anyway, also, if you want to change your aspirations in life, change your life chances, put relaxuk.com. Relax UK Limited, health and travel wellness products since 1997. UK relaxation shops and various range of products from relaxation, travel, well-being, bar feedback, sleeping, and natural products. Please get a pen ready for this next occupation. This occupation will make your family's safety, which is paramount. So get a pen ready. I really strongly advise it. Very, very professional works carried out. Very ethical and pragmatic works carried out. All areas covered, including central station monitor provided, all work done according to insurance requirements. This is a friend of mine's company. He's carried out works in Harry Kane's stepmom's house in Hertfordshire, Potter's Bar. He's carried out ethical works in Essex, such as Casabah Restaurant and many more big businesses. If you've got that pen or your mobile phone ready, take this number down. It's just shortly after. Installation and maintenance of intruder alarms, fire alarms, CCTV, all work guaranteed and certified to SSARB standards. 24-hour call-out service. Can provide CCTV for pubs, clubs, restaurants, or new business setup. Secure your business. Mention Professor Johnson for an extra discount. Secure your home. Secure your business. Your safety and priorities within your business are paramount. So think safety, think first. The mobile number as followed is 07908 216 142. 07908. That is 07908 216 142. 07908 216 142. Asked to speak to Tariq Khan. He's very, very professional at his job. Hi there. How are you there, Fatima? Lovely to see you in my show. Everyone else, welcome through on Castbox. I am overwhelmed. Please support the show if you don't mind. Subscribe to Proclamation News and Gatherence. I strongly recommend it to keep updated with what's happening in the horizon. Could save, anything. Weather warnings, traffic warnings could save your family. So it's well worth subscribing to Proclamation News and Gatherence. We're also on YouTube as well as Castbox. Castbox FM is great to have while you're maybe at work, you're driving your car, even on your scooter, you've got headphones in perhaps. People shouldn't really, unless you've got wireless headphones in, doesn't really matter. Anyway, you're looking at UK politics today. Dominic Raab, with a hindsight, I wouldn't have gone on holiday. Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab says that with hindsight, he would not have gone on holiday. Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab has defended being on holiday as Taliban was advancing on Kabul, saying, with hindsight, he would not gone away at all. He told BBC Breakfast the whole world was caught unawares by the speed of the Taliban takeover. But Mr. Vaib said the idea he was lounging on the beach was nonsense. Instead, the Foreign Secretary said he was focused on an evacuation operation and the stability of the airport. Mr. Vaib denied reports he was asked to return to UK on Friday the 13th of August rather than stay in a hotel until Sunday the 15th. However, he added, with hindsight, of course, I would have wanted to go back earlier. Mr. Vaib said reports that he had been lounging on the beach or paddleboarding in the sea were nonsense. In fact, the sea wasn't open because there was red flags and no one was able to paddleboard, he said. I based my family on the beach precisely so I could get to the apartment, engage in emergency COBRA meeting, engage with my emergency response team at the Foreign Office, engage in the international engagement I needed to, he added. Last week, it emerged that Mr. Reeve had been unavailable to make a phone call to the Afghan Foreign Minister about evacuating interpreters who had to help UK forces while I was on holiday in Crete. He had faced calls to resign over the issue of Prime Minister Boris Johnson said he had full confidence in his Foreign Secretary. The UK is rushing to evacuate British nationals as well as Afghans who worked for the UK and other vulnerable individuals out of Kabul airport. Ahead of the 31st of August deadline for foreign troops to leave the country, however, Colonel Richard, either Colonel or Corporal, Colonel, I think, no, could be Corporal. However, Corporal Richard Kemp, former commander of British forces in Afghanistan, said the cut-off for civilians leaving the flights would probably be a day or more because of the because the process of getting around 1,000 British troops out of the country was not simple or quick. Mr. Raib said British troops would withdraw from Afghanistan by the end of the month, but would not give an exact date when the last UK flight would leave Kabul. UK military planners are firming up the details of the time they'll need at the end to draw on their own staff, personnel and equipment. We'll get the details of that. I'm sure shortly, he said. He added that the UK wanted to be using every hour and day, and we've got left, to fly British nationals and eligible Afghans out of the country. The UK has evacuated more than 9,000 people from Afghanistan since 15th August, including 2,000 people in the last 24 hours, he said. Mr. Abe also pressed on whether the deadline for troops to leave Afghanistan was midnight on 30th or 31st of August, after the White House press secretary was unable to confirm the exact time frame. In response, he said, I think it's going the right way up to the end of the calendar month, adding there would be further details in due course. I'm feeling like I've 5 more days of my life. One translator who had worked for the British forces in Helmand province said he was trapped in Kabul airport with his wife and 4-month-old daughter who's becoming ill, unable to get a visa to leave the country. The man told BBC Radio 4 Today programme he feared for his life and thought the evacuation flights ending in days was making him desperate. I'm feeling like I have 5 more days of my life left, he said. Nobody cares about me. I really need them to help me, at least to help my little daughter, my wife. I've put their lives in danger now and they're facing every problem because of me. The UK and other allies had urged the US to stay beyond 31st of August to allow more time for evacuation flights. But the Taliban have exposed any extension of the deadline, and US President Joe Biden said the airlift had come to an end soon because of the growing risk and the attack of the Islamic State group in Afghanistan. The US has picked up intelligence that the group, who are rivals of the Taliban, are planning to carry an attack at Kabul airport, according to BBC Secretary Correspondent Frank Gardner. He said it's the most immediate threat to the evacuation operation, and staying in Afghanistan without the agreement of the Taliban was also risky. Following an emergency virtual meeting of G7 leaders on Tuesday, Prime Minister Boris Johnson said the UK would continue evacuating people from the country until the last moment, but the Taliban must guarantee a safe passage for those who want to leave on the 31st of August. Dominic Raab, what does he have to say? Here we find out.
First of all, with hindsight, I wouldn't have gone away at all. Secondly, I based my family, and I've got a young family, on the beach precisely so I could get back to the apartment, engage in the COBRA meetings, engage with my emergency response team at the Foreign Office, engage in the international engagement I needed to. The idea that I was lounging on a beach, or one report that I was paddleboarding in the ocean, I mean, these things are just nonsense and they're put around. In fact, the sea wasn't open because there was a red flag, so no one was paddleboarding. So I understand the image that you're describing, but it's at odds with the facts. I was focused on the evacuation, the stability at the airport, the capacity at the airport, and as a result of the actions that the government took, and that includes the FCTO under my stewardship, we got over 9,000 people out from that point in time. So I think that demonstrates that we were on the job across government, and including myself. And of course, it's bread and butter for a foreign secretary travelling for whatever reason to be able to grip crises as and when they arise.
Fully understood, and I appreciate your honesty in answering those questions. So can I ask you one further one on that? Were you then told or asked to come home on Friday and then persuaded the Prime Minister to allow you to stay until Sunday?
That is all nonsense. I'm not going to go back into the answers that I've given to that over the weekend, but that is not accurate. We were focused on the job, and of course, I came back on the Sunday. I would have come back earlier on the Sunday, but of course we had meetings right through the day, and so you knock out 6 hours of my time in travel when I'm engaged in those meetings. So I came back, and of course, look, with hindsight, of course I would have wanted to be back earlier, but we were basing I was basing my decisions on the facts as we had them, and I think the whole world, including the Taliban, was caught unawares by the scale and the pace of the fall of Kabul.
Let's get back to it, ladies and gents. That was Dominic Raib there, giving us an insight of what's going on. This is quite a shock in the shops. Upset parents going shopping with their children. Dad storms out a sweet shop with his daughter due to sex-themed items at the till. He and his daughter often go to the store during school holidays and hadn't seen the display before. Kingdom Sweets, it looks like, yes. Kingdom of Sweets in Cardiff city centre. The dad has claimed his trip to the sweet shop with his child, 10, was spoiled after spotting sex-themed sweets at the tills. Father from Cardiff, who wishes to remain unnamed, took his daughter to Kingdom Sweets as a school holiday treat. I mean, the shop, like, you wouldn't think it'd have that sort of commitment behind it till. But they both left the shop after seeing adult-themed items on sale. I think it was inappropriate. I'd expect it in Anne Summers, which is fine. Absolutely, mate, the dad right there, absolutely. Constructive criticism is well needed. When it's got branded a sweet shop on the front of the door, you don't expect to see that sort of stuff inside. Absolutely horrific event for father and daughter. The shop said this afternoon that the items have now been removed from stock. The dad said that his daughter had been saving up money to buy sweets in the store, as it's expensive and it's a real treat to go there. But when they went to the till to pay, the dad said there was a display of adult-themed sweets directly right there. I'm not prudish at all, but I didn't expect it in somewhere where you take children instead. Oh, the high street in a capital city, it's not on. Maybe in a distinctly adults only section tucked away somewhere, but no, it was right next to the till. My daughter went, I know what that is because she's 10. We've spoken to her about certain things. She's not completely naive, but I just don't think that it should put in front of children on a high street in the middle of the Cardiff. I mean, at the age of 10, you've got a daughter. As a father, he's got every right to be angered at the sight of X-rated content of adult sweets. The father said that while he didn't complain to staff in the store, he emailed the Kingdom of Sweets about the display. He says that he wasn't yet received a response from the company. I don't think that's appropriate to be in front of children. Penis-shaped sweets, really, he said. It goes from a sort of innocent place where they sell Oreos and chocolate bars and stuff to something that I don't think should be in that kind of environment, maybe tucked away where only adults can go. The sweets are right in front of me. It's got, I'm going to read it out. It's got candy cuffs. You got candy handcuffs. You've got a cock lollipop, ball bands, penis pasta, blowjob practice willy. It's shocking. Some of the confectionery on displays include ball bands, candy cuffs, and candy blowjob practice willy. The father told Wales online that he and his daughter often go to the store during half term and the school holidays and hadn't seen the display before. It's a real treat and it's spoiled it for us really bad. We went to the castle for some food and to go to Kingdom of Sweets was top of the as a real treat, he said. After seeing the display, the father said that he left the store with his daughter without buying anything. A spokesman of Kingdom Sweets said, "We thank you for bringing it to our attention. Items have been withdrawn from stock." I mean, what do you make of that? To me, that is quite outrageous. That is quite outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. You're more than welcome to subscribe to Proclamation News and Gatherence. Everyone listening, we're on YouTube and Castbox. So everyone listening to on Castbox, please feel free to subscribe. I appreciate all you listeners coming in daily, coming in methodically, coming in rightly. I appreciate all the support we get. Absolutely. Populism. I've been on Castbox for quite some time. My following on Castbox is not quite as big as I like it. So all these new listeners, I would absolutely appreciate. Really would. Thank you so much if you do sign up to Proclamation. And again, on most days, I read in the evening, sometimes in the morning, and I come on to do my journal in about midday, afternoon time. But one more segment. It's a short show today. I've got a lot to get through today. Researchers, back to COVID, researchers say they're seeing some wanting protection against COVID infection in double jab people. The real world study includes data of positive COVID PCR test results between May and July 21. Among more than 1 million people who have received 2 doses of Pfizer and AstraZeneca vaccine. Protection after 2 shots of Pfizer decreased from 88% at 1 month to 74% at 6 months. AstraZeneca, the fall was from 77% to 67% at 5 months. Wanting protection is to be expected, says experts. Although some breakthrough infections may be happening, vaccines are still doing a very good job at protecting people against the severe COVID illness and deaths. Vaccine saving lives. Public Health estimates that around 84,600 deaths and 23 million infections have been prevented as a result of the COVID-19 vaccine program in England so far. Professor Tim Spector, lead investigator and COVID study app behind the research, said the findings could explain recent breakthrough infections that some fully vaccinated people have been reporting. Professor Spector said, "Warning protection is to be expected and is not the reason to not get vaccinated. Vaccines still provide high levels of protection for the majority of the population, especially against the Delta variant. So we still need as many people as possible to get fully vaccinated." He estimates that protection against the infection could drop to 50% by the winter, and boosters will be needed. But other experts urge caution about making predictions for the months ahead. The UK is expected to begin offering some people the third COVID booster jab next month, but is waiting for recommendation from an independent advisory body called the JCVI, which is looking at evidence to support a decision. Professor Spector said, "Many people may not need them. Many people may have natural booster because they already had a natural COVID infection. Some more likely have had 3 vaccines. So I think the whole thing needs to be much more carefully managed than just giving it to everybody, which would be a huge waste of ethical device given the resources we have. I think we need a targeted approach, more targeted approach than last time." This study once again illustrates why we need to get used to COVID circulating. This is not a virus that's going to go away. The vaccine does not work like they do for measles, which provide lifelong immunity. Immunity against COVID was always expected to wane. Another factor to consider is repeated exposure to the virus is likely to increase the risk of breakthrough infection. The increased likelihood over the time of infection post-jabbing may not all be related to waning immunity. Whatever the cause, though, experts have been clear we should expect to be repeatedly infected over our lifetimes. Important thing is the important thing is that each reinfection should be milder, as the vaccines remain highly effective at preventing serious illness. What the vaccines have effectively done is taken the edge of the virus, giving our immune system a head start, so that those early infections are milder than they would have been for most. What's not clear yet is the merits of offering the most vulnerable booster jab. It is likely to be a judgment call because there are so many unknowns, although that the expectation is some will be offered it. Dr. Simon Clark, an expert in cellular microbiology at the University of Reading, said infection levels in the community would alter a person's chance of encountering and catching the COVID at any given time, making it hard to draw firm conclusions about morning immunity. Dr. Alexander Edward, also from the University of Reading, said it's important to understand when booster might be needed and for whom. Vaccination does not, unsurprisingly, make people invulnerable and does not prevent all infections. Variants have real and significant impact on public health, and a lot of people are tracedly dying in the UK from this nasty virus. The vaccines we have are remarkably safe and effectiveness, and will remain far better than other vaccines that give massive benefits. He's also added, we must proactively plan our public strategy to account for imperfect protection and for the possibility of falling protection over time. We all knew this was coming in the forthcoming weeks of taking the COVID. I knew it may not last forever, the vaccine, but I knew we'd also have to go for an extra jab. I had that in mind previous months ago. I don't know what your guys' input is, but there's no point being a critic against COVID when it's there to help protect us. Watch carefully. A similar study was published by the Office of National Statistics and the Oxford Vaccine Group last week, based on the PR test results from nearly 400,000 people who had been given infected with the Delta variant in the UK. It found 2 doses of the Pfizer vaccine was initially more than 90% effective against symptomatic COVID infection compared to around 7% of the AstraZeneca vaccine. But over the course of 3 months, the protection of Pfizer fell significantly, whereas immunity to the AstraZeneca jab remained more stable. Professor Adam Finn, our government vaccine advisor, said other studies had shown that the vaccines maintained good protection against illness and hospitalisation. But he said, we do need to watch out very carefully to see if warning against mild disease begins to translate into occurrence over more severe cases, because the booster will be needed. I mean, it must be hard. You've got young teenagers in your family. They want to go out. They want to socialise. They want to go to, you've got like 20-year-old, 28-year-old. I think I didn't grow up till I was around probably 30, about 30. By 35, I started to grow up. Stopped going out. I wouldn't have missed my adulthood. I'll miss it if someone said you can't go out the front door for a while because of COVID. I'm very, very curious and subtle who I drink my cup of tea with. I attend church service on a Sunday, but that is about the only public place I would enter for the people. I just want to say thank you ever so much for staying both preserved and observed. You're part of the aristocracy social elite because you're taking in good, valuable details. You listening might make a change in your own family's life, and I hope I do. And I hope you enjoy the show. Like I say, anyone listening on Castbox, on my Twitter page, which is there's a donation thing there. You don't have to give a donation. It's not compulsory. It's just you guys to say, you know what, I enjoy the show. Give me a bit more encouragement to keep doing more than usual. And I'm here to help alienated parents. I'm not sexist. I don't say alienated fathers, alienated parents, mother and father. Some circumstances, it is alienated mother. My Twitter page is at Proclamation New. Not news, Proclamation New. N-E-W. Proclamation as you see it, and then New, without an S on the end. That is my Twitter page. It's at Proclamation New. All one word. Thank you all so much for coming through today. I've had a really, really wondrous morning, afternoon. It's only a short show, just over half an hour. But it's been absolutely splendid to spend this afternoon with you. Happy Wednesday, the 25th of August. Soon it is my birthday. Soon I've got to have no grey hair. And soon I might grow a tash. Who knows, also in the corner. No, I won't grow a tash. Absolutely not. But thank you all for coming. Thank you. Be obscured. Go away and be prosperous in prosperity matters. Go out there and inspire. Do not expire. You want to incline, not decline. I want to say one love. God bless. Take care. Speak soon. Thank you for the comments. I can't see the comments on here for some reason. Let me see if I can before I go. No, it won't let me see the comments. Don't know why. Don't know. Oh, yes, I can. Dear G. Rashid. Ah, big respects to you and Don Cummins, love. Thank you so much there, dear G. Rashid. Samir loves Uncle Ben's rice. Absolutely. Thank you for the comments. Really appreciate everyone coming through. I can now see your lovely comments. It's what I always wanted, to speak to the people that come through. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Really do. Much love. Speak soon. God bless and take care.